Okay.
Live.
Oh, we are live.
Yep.
Okay, we're live. Live!
Welcome to Orit Esther Riter, Discover Your Ratzon. This is the introductory to the series. It's an honor and privilege to have Orit speak at my home. And at the end of the shir, we will give all the details about the format and the chavrusas and how much it costs and how often. So if you leave before the end, I'll give you an outline. Otherwise, we will answer all questions at the end. And now we'll just hear what Reed has to say.
Thank you so much. This is 3 years in the working here till I feel like I've gotten to this point. I hope this is okay now. I literally have been studying what we're, God willing, going to begin today, developing our Ratzon, at least 3 years. I think it's been all my life, but I didn't realize that I was learning how to develop our willpower and how to develop our Ratzon. Not working? Yeah. But it's a lifelong mission for us to develop a sense of understanding who we are, what we want, what ticks at us, what tick-tocks at us, what gets us moving, what gets us driving. It's a whole series meant to teach us. According to the Baal Shem Tov HaKadosh, the nefesh, our soul that gets us to move and gets us to do the things that we do in life, takes developing. We're sort of attuned to a certain thinking, a certain way of relating to reality, God willing, through the process of things. We're going to change the way we relate to reality. We're going to change the way we relate to ourselves. Avoda is how do I relate to myself? And based on how I relate to myself, I will learn better how to around me. So the series basically is built really like building blocks. We're going to start off one place, and you really can't just jump in on the third, part of the series and say, I expect to understand everything. It is a building block. One of the reasons why we spaced it out to be once every 2 weeks after Sukkot, starting the series once after 2 weeks, is because in between each one of the classes, packed with a dynamic amount of information, writing and feeling like your hands are falling off. You're going to need to see the recording, which is why everything is going to be recorded. And there's going to be a lot of practical exercises because the developing your Ratzon is not an intellectual process. It's a process to be applied at every moment of your life. It's something that I continuously work on. We all need to continuously, you need intense study and an open-mindedness to want to see things differently. And that requires a space in between classes. And 1 week I didn't feel was enough. So that's why I decided to go on the 2 weeks to give us time to maybe even drop a little bit and then pick ourselves back up and to have that experience of what it feels like to go through that roller coaster up and down and up and down. Idea throughout the process, I'm just going through all the nitty-gritty of the information. What are we going to achieve, God willing, through the series is, first of all, a keen awareness of ourselves. Hopefully we'll be able to relate to ourselves in a softer way, in a calmer way, in a more loving way, as well as to the reality. So we're going to learn throughout the series what it means to first who I am. Get to know who I am, get to know what drives me. And that's where the Ratzon is. Ratzon from the word Ratz, running after. Also is very closely related to the word Ratzon. Standing. What ground am I standing on? Aretz, land. What is my foundation? Ratzon is the driving force. We're going to soon learn that before we think, beautiful, amazing, positive thinking classes, but the preface to thinking is first desire. I first have to know what I